Another one? What's with these guys?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to redunitedtv. It's your boy Ivorian. We're back again with the latest Manchester United news. So much to talk about, of course, another show, a new show for every Wednesday for you guys to get the latest news regarding your beloved club, Manchester United. But first and foremost, make sure you smash that like button, share across all social media platforms, and become a member of Red United TV by clicking on the join button and select a perk that suits you. Big up to everyone as well, man. As I was saying earlier on, man. It's been a week for Manchester United. The best 3 weeks that we've had in a very long time. I must be honest with you. And I can't be any more proud to be a Manchester United fan right now because the last 3 weeks has been great. But we've got lots of news to talk about. We've got, of course, the Glazers. I mean, not the Glazers, Ineos to discuss. We have Casemiro Ugarte to talk about. We've got a link for MATEUS, who plays for Wolves, to talk about. And of course, a potential following big star that could leave Manchester United at the end of the season. And of course, Garnacho recently been mocked by Manchester United fans for his view on Chelsea beating Manchester United. And I didn't really fare too well for him. It aged extremely well for Alejandro Garnacho. But nobody really cares about Alejandro Garnacho. It is what it is. But smash that like button, guys, and share across all social media platforms before we get started with the news. And make sure you get yourself involved in the comments as well. Everything surrounded Manchester United. Put your question up, and I will answer as to the best of my ability. Just want to make sure that everything is running smoothly on my end before we get straight in it as well. And we do. See, because what I'm seeing right now is that on the mobile it's not showing completely well. Yes, we're up and running. Let's go straight into the news. First of all, let's talk about the Ineos plan. Ineos got big plans. I'll be very honest with you. They have big plans, but is it really big? Big Objects says that every summer 200 million plus sales. Yes. Let me share. Obviously, you guys know if we've done this before. I will share the screen of the article that I have up on my screen, and we will talk about it. We'll go through it together. Put my specs on because the lines get blurry. And of course, I will give you my feedback and how I feel about it as I did before. Right, let's get straight into the first news. Let me just share my screen. Let's go straight into it. Allow. Yes. There we are right there. Let me get the perfect screen. I don't really like this. Let me get this one. Let me change it here. Nope, this needs to be bigger. This is crazy because I'm trying to sort it out, trying to make sure it's the right way. But no, it's not allowing me to adjust. Nope. Let me get the other way around. It's crazy how you're just trying to swap things around and it's just not working for you. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is what you call technical errors now. Yes, finally got it. Now it's clearly not working for me. I can't lie to you guys. I'm gonna have to do it a different way because this is not working. Maximize. Yeah, that's not working at all. Let me change the layout. Yeah, let me just stick with this one. Yeah, that's better. What was I saying earlier on? Yes, let's go straight into it. Here's you have it here, straight from one footballer. Manchester United set for a colossal 200 million summer spend on a huge condition. On one huge condition. And that huge condition is Manchester United's pursuit of the Champions League qualification. That could unlock a summer transfer spend in excess of £200 million for Ineos. Ineos themselves, well, you got a lot of things to do in it. Like, in fact, listen, I'm not even liking what's going on here. I'm not even moving. I'm not even moving. I don't like it. I don't like it. Let me close this. Let me reopen it again because it's not the best. Oh God. Let me do that over again. Because for some reason my screen is not doing the job that it's meant to be doing. This is what you call technical difficulties out here. Can you imagine that now the link has crashed itself? Oh my God, refresh now. Yes, finally got it back up now. I apologize, guys. Let me share my screen one more time. Must be the most horrible stream that you've probably watched for the first couple of minutes. And top of that, I was late. I was late. I was extremely late. Yes. So let's go straight into it. As I was saying earlier on, yes, accept that, whatever, the cookies. Yes. As I said again, one more time. Manchester United's pursuit of Champions League qualification could unlock a summer transfer spend in excess of 200 million. And that's if Manchester United qualify for the Champions League. And sit now, Manchester United are currently sitting fourth. And there's so much plans regarding Manchester United. As you know, Manchester United have been exploring a move for Carlos Baleba and Elliot Anderson and Adam Wharton early in January, but quickly expected that none of these deals will be completed in mid-season. Of course, there is no way you can get a deal struck for a player of Carlos Baleba, Elliot Anderson, and Adam Wharton in the middle of a season where they're in their pursuit of trying to do the best that they can in their respective league. You got Adam Wharton playing for Crystal Palace, who are currently playing in Europe, and I'm sure they want their best players. Although they've lost Mark Gay, and I'm not too sure if MATEUS has signed for AC Milan. I don't know whether that went through. But losing those type of big players like that, of course, is going to hurt them. And they will probably think twice. They'll be thinking, hell no way. We're not selling one of our best midfielders in January. You're going to have to wait until the end of the season. The only way that can happen is if Manchester United themselves have said, you know what, here's 100 million. That will sway, and they'll be like, oh, sorry. You never said that in the first place. If you started off with that, now we can talk. But Manchester United, where would they find an excess of money of 100 million from where? Especially for the fact that we're still in that position where we need to sell some players, we need to get rid, we need to end contracts, terminate deals. We still got Marcus Rashford who's on loan. We need money for that. Jadon Sancho is on loan. We need money for that. So many aspects that really relies on Manchester United to be flexible with the money that they were going to spend. So that never materialized in January. So I don't even expect Manchester United. I didn't expect Manchester United to buy anyone in January because we don't really buy in January. So again, as the article continues, says, however, these names are expected to remain under the consideration headed into the summer transfer window, alongside additional targets currently being assessed. And I wonder who those players that they're currently assessing. With the Champions League qualification potentially inflating their budget, United will be prepared to make major splash in the market as they look to accelerate their rebuild. It claims earlier on Tuesday that Nottingham Forest star Anderson is bound for Manchester, though United would have fended off Manchester City to land him. And if we go into a bidding war with other clubs, I don't think we'll win. I think we might potentially fail in that particular area. Šeško got off to a slow start following his 74 million switch to RB Leipzig late last summer, but he's proved his worth by scoring the winner against Fulham on Sunday. I don't know if Benjamin Šeško scoring the winner against Fulham have proven his worth because he's got a lot to do. He's got a lot to make up for. And ain't no way that Manchester United will say, oh, yeah, we're satisfied with Benjamin Šeško's so far this season. There is no way. But with Ineos themselves, in my opinion, I don't think they're doing the best job that they can be doing. And I think they can do more. I think they can do more. They need to invest more. But of course, you need to get rid of scrubs. And there's so many scrubs that need to be get rid of. We don't even know the future of Bruno Fernandes at the end of the season because potentially he could also leave Manchester United. We've had rumors that Bruno Fernandes is fed up. He's absolutely fed up with this club. And he came out a couple of months ago, articles saying that he was really sad that Manchester United tried to kick him out of the club. Like they tried to treat him dirty, like some hope, that's some scumbag. And it really, really upset them. Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. But again, sometimes you have to make sacrifices, big sacrifices, in order to prosper and move on and rebuild properly. And rebuilding means sacrifice. Someone has to go for Manchester United to rebuild. Either that's Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro leaving on a free at the summer, which frees up the wage budget, which also pumps back into the transfer budget as well. If any of you guys that play Football Manager will know that, you sell players, you get money back, and also you can readjust your transfer budget based on your wage budget, moving onto the side to increase your transfer budget pot. Yeah, bearing in mind, you don't think about, oh, we're gonna sign a player that costs about £325,000 a week, then you're basically not doing anything. You're just basically replacing Casemiro's money with someone else's money. What you should be doing for you to increase your transfer budget is by sign a player and then pay him less, 150 grand a week. We save about 200 grand, and that in the space of a year. 200 grand within a month, 2, 4, 6, 8, 800 grand minus the tax. But by the time you get to 12 months, that's a lot of money being saved. That is a lot of money being saved for Manchester United, and you can pump that back into the transfer market. But it's about Ineos. It's all eyes is on Ineos with these two. And with these two, I'm not too convinced that they can do the job. This guy right here, as we speak, Jason Walker, this is the first time he's ever been a director of football. This is the first time he's ever been a director of football. Everyone's doing it for the first time. Omar Barada is the first time he's ever been CEO of a major, massive football club. This is all new to him. This guy here Sir Jim Ratcliffe himself failed in other sports management apart from cycling for Team Sky. But apart from that, Ineos have failed in other sporting projects. Look at the football club that they bought, they failed in Nice. This guy just experiments. That's what he does. He experiments. He said he wanted to hire the best in class. Still got question marks. I know he's probably good at the job that he was doing before that, but at this present moment, KG the best at director of football. We heard our former manager Ruben Amorim said to the press that some people need to do their job. Some people need to do their job properly, and I will do mine for the next 18 months. And he got sacked. They say that he didn't want Ruben to get sacked, but eventually Ruben got sacked. It is what it is. It is what it is, in my opinion. We can do far better as well. But you smashing that like button, guys, and share across all social media platforms as we go through this live show. But that is it in regards to Manchester United with their major set for Colossal for the summer. But in my opinion, Manchester United need way more than that. Way more than 200 million to get back to where they need to get in terms of being the best team in the world. It's not enough. You look at midfield. There's major investment in the midfield. We have neglected our midfield for God knows how long. When was the last time Manchester United themselves signed a midfielder? I don't remember apart from Ugarte. Before Ugarte, we got Mason Mount 2 seasons ago. We've lost players in midfield. So we constantly neglect our midfield. You look at the fullback. We need to invest in that. How much is that going to cost us? On the wings, we still need another winger. Up front, is Xerxes good enough to challenge Benjamin Sesko for that position? We don't know. These are the questions that we need to ask ourselves because we really don't know. Jack says that, of course, every summer 200 million plus sales. Hopefully, we can raise 300 million plus sales of 350 million and spend that money, reinvest it back into the club. But it is what it is, man. I just don't believe in the club sometimes. It is what it is. And the next thing let's talk about transfer news. This is MATEUS, the Wolverhampton midfielder, We get that article straight up. Hopefully it loads up properly. Oh my god, oh my god. Before I share the screen, make sure you guys smashing that like button and share across all social media platforms. This is coming from Team Talks, who posted this yesterday. That's the source. The source itself says here, Manchester United hold talks with special 50 million rated talent in Ineos Coupe as 80 million star also Manchester bound. There you have it there. This is the guy himself. We'll look into his stats later on, but let's look at the news. Of course, as you know, Manchester United, the special player, the other special player that is that 80 million pound Manchester bound. They're talking about Elliot Anderson. And here's a Manchester United was said to have held talks over a deal to sign special midfield talent as they look to revamp their engine room in the summer. While a separate suit for Elliot Anderson could come down to the wire following the latest report. Let's go straight into it. I don't want to show you any football, just in case. And as you know, Casemiro departing. So it says it here, Man United frontrunners for Wolves revelation. Wolves midfielder MATEUS Mane is also a player who is firmly on United's radar despite continuous link to the likes of Anderson, Carlos Baliba, and Adam Wharton. The 18-year-old England youth international is normally a winger or a number 10 by trade, but has been playing in a central midfield role under Rob Edwards at Molineux, making a huge impression in the process. And it also says here, a host of clubs have been monitoring his progress, but Sport Boom reports that the United are at the front of the queue for his signature and having already held talks with with Wolves over a potential deal. Mane only recently signed a new long-term contract at Molineux, leading to Wolves placing a price tag around 50 million on the head of the player, who has been labeled a special talent this season. Well, first of all, let me get my 2 cents in this. I don't know the player. I'll be very honest with you. I don't know the player. I don't even remember him being recalled as a special talent or being spoken about. And let's not forget, he's English. You know, when a young English prospect come through the academy, come through the first team football, the media laps. They lick over this. They take over this. They love young English players and they speak highly of them. So for me, for the fact that we ain't heard anything about this guy here, MATEUS Mane, from the English media, is weird. We'll look at his stats. Big up Munzi as well. Big up CCIBC TV. Make sure you guys subscribe to that channel as well. But yeah, so it says here, however, with the Molineux outfit heading for relegation, there is a strong chance that the teenager's price tag drops significantly come the summer. I'm very sure we're also interested in another player for our Wolves as well. So let's look at his stats. I'm very keen to look at his stats to see how good this player is. Boom. Let's look at this. This is MATEUS Mane. There's his stats, number 36. Place of birth, Portugal. Yeah, of course, with the name of MATEUS Mane, born in Portugal, may have come to the UK at a young age, or gone through this youth system and gained himself a British passport because he plays for England. That's his citizenship. Or his parents brought him here when he was really young. So far in his career, 25, 26, which I'll look at the overall stats as well. 13 appearances, 2 goals, 2 assists. %29% start in 11. That's what they say. Midfielder, attacking midfielder, as you can see there, he plays these 3 positions. He plays midfield central, attacking midfielder, and also centre forward. They have him here. Look, current market value 250k. I think they got that one wrong. They definitely got that one wrong. So let's see his overall stats so far. So he's played what? 29 games so far. He scored 7 goals. 2 in the Premier League, 2 in the Premier League 2, 2 in the Carabao Cup where he's played 3 times and got an assist in the Premier League International. So really and truly, he's only got 4 goals in his position. He's played 13 games in the Premier League, 1 game in the FA Cup. So I'm assuming there's no previous stats before that because, of course, he's 18. He just burst through the scene, which is wonderful for him. But in my opinion, I don't know. I just don't think this transfer will happen. I need to see more of MATEUS Bula Dami Mane. The name Mane as well. I'm surprised he's not Senegalese. It is what it is. Hopefully, Manchester United can do something about it. But I'm very interested to see going into the future and watching him, keeping an eye on him to see if he's good enough to play for Manchester United. So I'm not too sure about that. I honestly am not too sure. Continue smashing that like button, guys, and share across all social media platforms. We will end the show by going through the Twitter threads. Remember, we used to do the show before, but now we'll be consistent every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Next that we have on our list is regarding Emmanuel Ugarte. With Emmanuel Ugarte, I'm not too sure. Emmanuel Ugarte's future at Manchester United is looking bleak. Absolutely looking bleak. And I don't think he will survive playing for Manchester. He'll survive next season and play for Manchester United. Let me share my screen with you first of all. Let's have a quick look. So there's stressy news. I've posted this out. It said 51 million Man United man who bring chaos every time he plays now being targeted by league leaders in significant transfer. The sad thing is that he was linked with a move away from January. I think it was at Galatasaray or Fenerbahce, somewhere in Turkey, but it never happened. It never happened. I'm probably think Manchester United weren't willing to lose a player at this particular time. It is what it is. It is what it is. So Manchester United chief have conceded that Manchester United Ugarte is unlikely to ever be suitable or successful fit at Old Trafford. Now, this goes back to Ineos because Ineos themselves, or should I say Ineos themselves, are the ones that brought Ugarte in, if I was to be correct. I remember the previous Dan Ashworth was there, introduced him, saying that he's good, can run kilometers, he's great at breaking up plays, one of the best in the world. Something like that, something between the lines. I don't think he said the best in the world, but something in between those lines. And so it says here that as a result, the club will be looking to sell Ugarte come the end of the season, which would see his Red Devils tenure draw to a close after only 2 years. And this is what I call Manchester United hierarchy in Ineos not doing their proper research to find out whether this player themselves is good enough to play for Manchester United, that has the skill sets and the credentials to play for Manchester United, because it started off well. We loved his energy. We loved the fact that he was breaking up, playing just all over the place and stuff. And I praised him before last season. But then he trickled away, he faded away, and you started to see his deficiencies. From when PSG's manager, Luis Enrique, has said, yo, you're not good enough for me. You don't have the characteristics. You can't do the job that João Neves, who I'm currently looking at, can do. I'm going to ship you. I'm going to sell you. And Manchester United happened to pick him up. This season hasn't been going well. In fact, I was so outraged that he would get ahead of Kobe Mainoo under Ruben Amorim. Ruben Amorim is a scrub. Ruben Amorim is a scrub. He's always been a scrub and forever be a scrub. I can never accept the things that he's done at my club. He deserved jail time. So let's go back straight to the article where it talks about his potential transfer. This is where it is. In regards to the option Ugarte, who signed in a 50.5 million deal when moving from Paris Saint-Germain, might have this summer's Turkish football claimed that Galatasaray retained their interest and would ideally take the player on an initial loan that includes an option to sign him permanently. The prospective agreement has been deemed one of the most significant transfers in recent Superliga history, um, if it's were to go through. And for me, in my personal opinion, 24 years old, wow, it's very young. My personal opinion, they should be going for a direct straight sell. We're tired of loan with an option to buy. We have loan players and they have not paid for them. We have loaned Sancho to Chelsea and it didn't go well. We have loaned, who else can I think from the top of my head that came back? I'm not sure about Anthony Martial when he was loaned to Sevilla, but we loan players and they come back. Look at Mark Rashford right now. We have loaned him out to Barcelona, but is Barcelona willing to pay that 30 million? And they're not even winning. Will they want to pay that 30 million at the end of the season? Is he going to be deemed good enough for them to say, you know what? We will really invest in Marcus Rashford. Although he's got 22 goals GA ratio, which I don't give a damn. That's about 12 goals and 10 assists. And I've always said it before, La Liga is easy. It's easy to go from the Premier League to go to La Liga and start banging in goals. It's easy. Nobody really defends there. It's all technical abilities. In the Premier League, you get found out. And if someone like Anthony got found out, he couldn't cope in the Premier League, couldn't do it in the Premier League, and got found out. Ugarte can't do it in the Premier League. He doesn't have the skill sets to do it. He can't pass the ball to perfection. Yes, he can challenge. Yes, he can track his man and get stuck in. But the fundamentals of keeping the ball, distributing it well, especially in the Premier League, he doesn't have it. The half turn, he doesn't have it. And so for Manchester United, I would say under Eric Ten Hag, under Ineos, especially the first stint with our director of football, they failed. They absolutely failed. They're rubbish. They're absolutely rubbish. Like it's a disgrace. It's a bloody disgrace. And these men can't get it right, and they didn't get it right in the first time. Hopefully now the transfer that we saw for this year, this summer, Cunha, Sheshko, who else? And of course, Bravo. That will be a success because they've been doing so well, and they've been the players that's been doing it for us, especially Buemo. He's our top goal scorer. You've got Cunha as well shining. And I love that. I love that about Cunha. Yes, man. Big up Munzi as well, man. The next that I'd like to talk to you guys about, as we are coming close to the end of the stream, this is not going to be your 1 hour streams. This will probably be like a 30-minute stream or 45-minute stream because I try to be specific. 5 topics, 5 news, and then we freestyle towards the end with our X feeds as well. So next one is a potential big star that could be following Casemiro. And that's a Manchester United player. Let me get that ready for you guys. Continue smashing that like button and share across all social media platforms, or become a member of Red United TV by clicking on the join button as always. And of course, remember, post your questions. Smash that like button. 10 minimum likes. We're live on Saturday at 12:15 for the Tottenham game. Tottenham versus Manchester United. No, sorry, it's Manchester United versus Tottenham. hopefully we can get 4 wins in a row. And don't forget to follow Red United TV on Instagram as well. And follow me on X, Ivorian_Spice. It is what it is, man. And become a member of Red United TV by clicking on the join button. Let me continue as we are going on. So as I was saying earlier on, and this is confirmed by Fabrizio Romano. Fabrizio Romano. Let me share my screen with you guys. So, Fabrizio Romano confirms that another big Manchester United to follow Casemiro out. You know what, yeah? Ever since Casemiro has been shining on the pitch, and ever since he's told us that he's on his farewell tour, it makes me think, oh man, why are you leaving? But I understand he has to move on because, of course, of his age, and he needs to leave the Premier League before the Premier League leaves him. So leave the football before the football leaves you. And it looks like he probably potentially could be going to the Saudi Pro. So, and I want you guys to probably have a rough guess of what was I saying before? I was going to say, sorry. Big up to Metric Bay. If you're a content creator or you're interested in being involved in this channel, free work first of all. Instagram, Red United TV1. You can send me a message because you said is big up, love your content, bro. Any way to hit you up, you can reach me on Instagram. Send me a message. You get me? But you must be a content creator or have a catalog at least. I know that you are capable. As I was saying, I kind of lost my thoughts. Yeah, I kind of lost my thoughts. So as I was saying, I want you guys to you can probably figure out who the other player is that could potentially leave. Let me go straight to the direct source. Straight up here. So that player right there, as you can see that it says it here that Elliot obviously to free up some funds, to free up some room and funds, Casemiro is making his way. The legendary Brazilian is United's top earner on 350k. Let me just get that 350k, and we'll share a sizable chunk of the wage bill. Casemiro is leaving on a free agency, but according to Fabrizio Romano, another high-profile name will follow him out this time, and a sell is expected. I was Fabrizio talking to YouTube as well, confirming that United have already formalized plans to sell Andre Onana at the season end. The goalkeeper is currently on loan to Tranmere, though the deal does not contain an option of an obligation to buy. As such, a 29-year-old will return to Manchester United at the season end, but probably shouldn't unpack his bags, they say. Who's going to leave the club for sure in the summer is going to be Andre Onana, declared Romano. So Romano's got the insights, got the news saying that Andre Onana might be leaving at the end of the season, will be sold at the end of the season. Onana's on, again, Onana's on loan to Transport, and Manchester United's decision is already quite clear. They are not expecting to continue with Onana next season, and he has to go. He has to go. Let me close that thing down. His agent were in Milan, yes, but his agents are in a powerful agency. Wait, sorry. His agent were in Milan, yes, but his agent are in a powerful agency who are working on several deals. They were in Milan on separate topics, not for an Inter move for Onana, but there will be several clubs interested in Onana. I don't know who will be interested. He will assess all his options, and what I can tell you today is that Onana is expected to leave Manchester United and to try a different kind of experience in 2026, 2027. Romano concluded by suggesting that even if Transport wanted to sign Onana outright, they're unlikely to be able to afford the type of transfer fee Manchester United would command. Yeah, man, I don't think Transport is that rich of a club. I would like to know what the highest transfer fee is, because I don't think they can afford to spend 15 to 20 million pounds. We did sign Onana for about 45 million pounds. Where I think we got popped. And, so a new chapter is on the horizon for the Cameroonian international, who didn't make the African squad for Cameroon. Ha ha! I don't care. So yes, that potential for those who are just watching and just joining, Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that it's that potentially it will be Andre Onana, and I hope there's more to come from that. Continue smashing that like button, guys, and share across all social media platforms as we continue this live show as we're coming close to the end. Now, the next one is Alejandro Garnacho. Alejandro. He's a scrub anyway. You guys will love this anyway. Alejandro Garnacho was made to eat his words. He was made to eat his words. This is funny because recently, and for those who know, Alejandro Garnacho himself, who was asked about beating Arsenal yesterday in the Carabao Cup, happened to mention that, oh yeah, if Manchester United can do it at Emirates, we can play a perfect game. I'll get the exact quote. Basically saying that we're better than Manchester United. That shit. So if they can beat Arsenal, we can beat them. We can beat them 5-6-0. If Manchester United beat them 3-2, we'll beat them 6-2. That's what Alejandro Garnacho trying to say. Which backfired on his ass. Ha ha ha. Alejandro Garnacho. Ha ha ha. It backfired on you. It never worked. Huh. As I was saying, yes. So let's go straight into that news. Let me just show you my screen. So as we have it here, this is coming from the Manchester Evening News, one of our ops. Oh, they never really say good things. They always look for bad things for Manchester United. So Alejandro Garnacho made to eat his words after Manchester United jab from Chelsea star backfire. So it says that Alejandro Garnacho left Manchester United. Yeah, who cares about that? So Alejandro Garnacho has been mocked by Manchester United supporters after the Chelsea star recent verbal swipe at the Reds backfired. This was Chelsea knocked out of the Carabao Cup, crashed out in the semi-finals. Arsenal are now in the finals. Congratulations to Arsenal. I hope you lose. I really hope you lose. You know, in fact, no, let's take it back. If you ask me if Arsenal had to win a trophy this season out of the quadruple competition they're in, just because I'm a hater, I'll say, yeah, man, the Carabao Cup and only the Carabao Cup. They can flop the Champions League, they can flop the FA Cup, and they can flop the Premier League. They can win the Carabao Cup. You guys probably saying, I respect you're mad. Well, so you want the ops to win? The Arsenal are ops to me. I'm from London. Arsenal fans are loud. They're very loud. They're all around this place. They're like an ant colony. You know, ants, they spawn crazy. They're like a beehive colony. Just be swarming around, bzzz, buzzing in your head, bzzz, stinging at you, even though that they're also, when they're hurt, they still try to sting you. When I mean the hurt means they've been shit for so long. Yeah. While we was in our winning streak and all that kind of stuff, while they was shit, they were still trying to sting us. I'm like, yo, bro, what are you trying to sting me for? You shouldn't try to sting me. You're already hurting. You're already dehydrated. You don't even have sugar water. You're shit. Anyway, but yes. I'll go straight to that article so you guys can see it. So, prior to the kickoff, Garnacho pointed to United's recent triumph at the Emirates has proved that Chelsea could try it perfectly. He said everyone knows how hard it is to play there. Mm-hmm. When we lost the first game, I saw a lot of people saying, yeah, but no one has won yet at the Emirates. But now I think the view is a little bit different. If, for example, he said, Manchester United can beat them there, we could do it perfectly. Who the hell are you? Who the hell are you? Who the hell are you? First of all, Chelsea are not that great. So, you know, Chelsea didn't even manage to score in the second leg. It didn't really threaten Arsenal at all. Arsenal was just strong. You have to be a Manchester United to beat Arsenal at Emirates Stadium. You know, you have to have the guts and the confidence, the courage to say, yo, we're going to come and attack you and continue attacking you. And when we get the ball, we're going to do something. We know what we're going to resort you to set pieces. And Arsenal as well, they were poor. Yeah, they made loads of changes, but they were poor until they got their goal, Kai Havertz. I know Arsenal probably relying on set pieces. Yet again, set pieces. So they obviously Arsenal won 4-2 on aggregates. And social media fans, Manchester United fans, quickly took the opportunity to bash Alejandro Garnacho. Or did he? In the aftermath of the loss, on the United fan laughed, said, "How did that work out for you, huh, Alejandro Garnacho?" Before another said, "Didn't age well." And another wrote, "Who does he think he is?" Before, a fourth said, "Interesting comment to make when you've just lost to them at home a couple of weeks earlier. That's Garnacho for you." And we all know Garnacho's form at Stamford Bridge can be generally described as patchy. He has 6 goals, 3 assists in all competition, with 2 of his strikes coming in the Blues' first leg lost to Arsenal. For me, Alejandro Garnacho, I have my reservation on him. I always thought he would end up at Real Sociedad. This was Manchester United being Arsenal at Emirates Stadium. This was beautiful. This was beautiful. Lovely scenes galore. Scenes. But yes, as I was saying, like, only one team can beat Arsenal, is Manchester United. And Alejandro Garnacho decided to go to Chelsea because he wanted to prove Manchester United wrong. How's that going? Because in my opinion, it's not going too well. It is not to go. A big up as well, Metric Base that says I just hit you up on Insta. No problem. I will check that out later once the stream is done and respond to you. But yes, as I was saying, yeah, Alejandro Garnacho wanted to leave Manchester United and go to Chelsea to prove everyone wrong. And look at that's going, because I'm of the genuine belief that Alejandro Garnacho can end up at a Real Sociedad with his attitude, with his behavior, because it stinks. His behavior always stinks. He thinks he's the best thing since sliced bread. He thinks he's it. Newsflash for you, buddy. You're not it. You're not Ronaldo. You're not CR7 Junior. You're nowhere near there. And this is our fault. Because us Manchester United fans, we gas up our players too much, especially the young boys. We make them think they've made it when they haven't made it. And Alejandro Garnacho thought he made it when he stopped passing, being greedy all the time, not listening to advice, management, causing problems. I remember thing, getting his relatives to tweet against Manchester United. And that, when I saw a player like that, I said to myself, this player is not going to make it. With that attitude and behavior, you won't make it at all. And he will not make it. It is what it is. Smash that like button, guys, as we're coming close to the end of the show. But one more thing, we're going to go through the Twitter threads. You know what I mean? We're going to go to X. So make sure you follow Redunitedtv TV on X. Let's go straight into it. Let me share my screen. Let's see what the notification says. And this is news across all that I follow. Hopefully, there's some good stuff. We round it up with X. Let me zoom in. Oh, sorry. Let me zoom in so you can see, guys. Let me have it here. We look at Kobe Mainoo with the thread. I don't know. Is that cold? Is that what you call cold? Let's see that picture of him. Manchester United have been a caption of, oh, that is cold. Is it really cold? I don't know about that. It's just black on black. Black on black with baggy jeans. What is up with these baggy jeans? Why are people wearing jeans of this kind of nature, of this kind of size? When has that become fashion? Are we Americans now? Are we Americans? Look at that. Kobe Mainoo injury. Find a way. I love that. I love that. Find a way. Mainoo. That was against Fulham. But I love it. I'm glad that Kobe Mainoo is back in the first team. We missed him massively. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the winning goal against Fulham right there. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. It says here that West Ham rejected 2 approaches for Premier League and Serie A for Somerville in January, seen as untouchable for the season. Plus, player happy to stay and help West Ham, but summer will be different. Expect to be one to watch in June, and several clubs are keen. Men like Somerville. Cristiano Ronaldo, who was linked to Manchester United as a potential return, which I was like, hell no! Old man, stay there. Do not come back. We don't want you. You can barely run. It's the Premier League. It's the Premier League, man. You're 40. I don't know any striker that plays in the Premier League at the age of 40 doing well. Cristiano back at work with Al Nassr. I don't know what happened between him, but anyway, it's what it is. It is what it is. Narrated with the January transfer window recap. Talking about the deals. Because I mentioned United players who are asked who's the best goal celebration in the squad. Let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at that.
Who has the best celebration in the squad?
Me.
I think after a couple of weeks we had Cunha, I think.
Myself.
How many miles and knee slides have you done since you've come here?
I like Benzema. Why that?
It's mad, isn't it?
My daughter select
Cunha. I would say the one of Joshua.
That's probably underrated.
I can say Cunha after the Liverpool game.
My top 3 is gonna be MATEUS, Harry, and Bruno.
Brian, I like this one.
Lately, I would say Cunha. Maybe he's a soft one.
Right now.
All right, it's Cunha. Yeah, Cunha's winning. Bruno, dog. I mean, I'm not saying Bruno. I mean Bruno, Cunha, Lucio.
Cunha.
You gotta come up with a new one.
Cunha.
You gotta. Maybe he's a soft one.
Right
Yeah, let
now.
me start out there.
I like this one.
Let me go back to Cunha again.
Brian, I like this one.
Lately, I would say Cunha. Maybe a soft one.
Right now. Cunha.
You gotta come up with a new one.
I reserve things.
Next game.
So yeah, that's it. Ahmed saying he will reserve something for the next game. Let's see. Dalo's these celebration is this veins. Look at N'Golo Kante.
مرحبا في نخبتي طرفتاري. Are you ready? I'm coming.
Hey, N'Golo Kante. Let's continue looking at patrolling the Old Trafford touchline. Paul Smith design. So Carrick is wearing a Paul Smith outfit. Let's have a quick look. He's got that proper long coat manager outfit. Gotta love that. Ooh, Bruno Fernandes goal catalogue. We don't want to see that. And what else do we have left? So again, JJ Gabriel. Well, JJ Gabriel and Jack Morehouse were involved in the training session with the first team today, says Simon Stone. I'm looking forward to seeing JJ Gabriel one day. I really am. And let's look at that no look pass by Casemiro right there. Phew. I need to start doing streams without looking, because I'm inspired by Casemiro. I'll be speaking like that and trying to control all the panels. Play again another week where Manchester United players have won Player of the Week 3 weeks in a row. It's so amazing. It's vibes, absolute vibes for Manchester United. You know, I'm really enjoying that Manchester United are able to win. Look at this. Last 4 Premier League Player of the Week match week winners. Match week 21, Benjamin Sesko. Match week 22, Bruno Fernandes. Match week 23, Patrick Dorgu. Match week 24, Casemiro. 4 weeks in a row, Manchester United are finally getting their accolades, man. Life without Amorim, man, is sweet, isn't it? It is super sweet. Okay. You have Jack Moores there, training with the first team. You see the Fletcher brothers are there. And then let's look at that again. Look at that. We are blessed with the assist with favor. Look at what Bruno did to freaking. He destroyed him. No look pass. No look pass. It's beautiful to see that Casemiro one. And look at that. Let's look at J. Gabriel. There he is there on the MUTV. There he is right there. He's going to be some serious baller. I'm sure you guys have seen him play. He will be a serious baller. But anyway, guys, let's end this there. That's me wrapping up the show. This has been your latest mention. We're back live again on next week, Wednesday, 6 p.m. As it suggested, that is the best time to stream on a Wednesday. Unless we reduce it to 5 p.m. I mean, it could be 6 p.m. or 5 p.m. Doesn't really give me that much time to prepare. But it is what it is. All right, guys, we were live again on Saturday at 12:15 for the watch along. So make sure you tune in for the watch along and join me, and let's have some fun. We're live next week, Monday at 8 p.m. with the catch up with the man that reviewing the game against Tottenham. Hopefully, we beat them. And the match reaction will be uploaded for the Tottenham game as well. So that's the catalog for you. As you can see, just go on to Red United TV and you'll see what's live next and take it from there. And most importantly, as always, remember to keep it united, remember to keep it Red United. And one more thing, I just remembered. Remember Red United TV? Click on the join button. Till next time, remember to keep it united. But most importantly, remember to keep it Red United. Your boy is out. I will see you guys on Saturday. Peace.